owning attention like Kim Kardashian to grow your business. Now, okay, despite of everything that you heard of Kim Kardashian, okay, please, let's take all of the negative out about Kim Kardashian and let's put it to the side, okay? Because this is actually going to be a very, very valuable lesson to teach you when it comes to, one, despite of everything that she's done that's crazy, why is she so successful along with other people? Because there are some principles that we can learn from her and other people that we can actually implement into your business and help you grow. Because that's all that matters at the end of the day, right? Is for you to grow. So let's go ahead and get right into it. First and foremost, if you don't know who I am, my name is Shaq. I'm an Instagram growth partner that helps chiropractors convert Instagram followers into high quality patients using what I call the Instagram patient funnel. And I've generated over $1 million in revenue for the chiropractic industry in the last 2 years with the IG patient funnel. So I do know what I'm talking about. Okay. Just so you know, because I know there's a lot of people out there that say that they've done this and done that, but they have no proof to show. I got proof to show. And you can literally go on my channel and look at all the interviews that I've done with clients that I've worked with. Okay. If you want even deeper proof than me just telling you that I've generated $1 million in revenue. Okay. So you go do your due diligence after this video though, because this is going to be a good one. And I have some proof right here too. Sorry. So as you can see, this is one of my clients, Dr. Janae. Okay. She said I'm running like 4 or 5 and it's working like crazy. So she's talking about the ads that we launch on Instagram. And then I asked her, has she gotten any new patients? She said, for sure. Since running multiple ads at the same time, I've had 100 new followers since last week, 13 new patients come in and 4 scheduled for next week. I'm still messaging several others that are wanting to get in next week as well. Okay. She said, and quote, if you read at the very bottom, they are high quality patients as well. 4 of them have purchased packages and 2 have referred family members already, which, what did I say before? I said, if you noticed, that I help chiropractors convert Instagram followers into high quality patients. Okay. Does it mean that we always get high quality patients? No. Okay. So I don't want to sound like a magician. Okay. Like we definitely get people that are not high quality, but the goal is to reduce that. Okay. And then as you can see, another client, IG ads are hitting this week. 5 new patients off roughly $200 in ad spend. Increase ad spend from 50 to 100 a week. So he went ahead and increased that, which is great. But as you can see, I do know what I'm talking about. Okay. Now let's get into it more. So why is it important to own attention in the first place? Why is it important? Right. First thing, once you own attention, you're now in control of it. You're no longer forcing to get people's attention, right? You now have control of it, which is super powerful. Second thing, owning attention is cheaper for business in the long run. It just is, because the more attention that you own, the easier it is for you to actually get more patients into your practice. Just because, one, people are familiar with who you are, they know what you do, and whether it's they come in now or they come in 6 years from now or they refer you, you still end up growing your practice. And it's more than likely because you've owned that attention, right? So it's going to be cheaper for you in the long run, right? So that's the second thing. Third thing, owning attention builds long-term business success. That's self-explanatory. Last thing, not owning attention is the fastest way to go out of business. I don't know if you guys noticed, but when COVID hit, it was bad. right? Businesses were shutting down left and right. Did you know that the majority of businesses that shut down is obviously there are other factors, but one of the biggest factors of them shutting down is because they did not own attention, specifically from social media. So they didn't want to adapt to what the world was adapting to, especially when COVID hit, because literally everybody was on their phone. Everybody was still spending money, right? Everybody was still, things were still going pretty solid for some businesses, right? Businesses have actually 10x'd in COVID, but that is because they owned attention. So if you want to go out of business, then don't own attention. Don't figure out how to do it. Click off of this video, right? But if you do, let's keep going, okay? So where do most businesses go wrong, right? And I'm particularly talking to chiropractic practices, but business, right? Where do they go wrong? Well, they don't try to own attention for long-term gain. They just try to get attention for short-term gain only. But in all reality, they should be doing both. They should be trying to get the short-term attention and the long-term attention together. Or sorry, I said that wrong. They should try to own attention and get attention for the short-term and the long-term gain. Okay? Because getting attention, okay, ultimately, and you guys remember this because this is super important. Getting attention is to force someone to notice you, right? Owning attention is having control over someone noticing you. Two totally different things, right? And most local businesses, not just chiropractors, fail because they simply don't know how to get or control attention at the same time. They're either doing one or the other. So, for example, Kim Kardashian, she has 363 million followers, okay? Her net worth is 1.7 billion in net worth, okay? Now, let's dig a little bit deeper. This is a post that she did sponsoring a excuse me, an energy drink called Alani Nu. I believe that's what it's called. This post alone got 19 million plus views. The reason why I put plus is because I know it's more by now, because this screenshot was taken a minute ago, right? She got 19 million views on this one reel with this product. She got 541,000 likes and almost 6,000 comments on this post. Okay. Let's agree she knows how to get attention, even though obviously we're not going to be wearing a stinking bikini to get attention and stuff like that, right? But she knows how to get attention, and she also knows how to own attention and have control, right? She has control of the attention that she gets 100%. You want to know why? Because they pay her thousands of dollars just to post on Instagram, because they know that the attention that she gets, it's from owned attention, from people that have been following her for a while or that know of her, right? They know that she owns attention. That's why they used her. Okay. So not only that, okay, I went deeper into it. I went to Alani Nu's profile, the energy drink company. Okay. Look at their following. Almost 1 million followers. They're probably at 1 million by now. Okay. And I pointed, here's the post that we just looked at from right here, right? 19 million. But look at all the other posts that they've done. This one got 4.7 million, 557,000, 2.2 million. Okay. This is a business. All right. It might not be a chiropractic business, but it's still a business. And like I said, we can still learn from this and implement this into our business to grow, even if it's not 100,000 followers. Okay. So just stay with me. But we can agree they know how to get attention and they know how to own attention, right? Now, let's dig a little bit deeper. In 2021, Lonnie New did 228 million in sales total. Not only did they do 228 million in sales, but they beat Dr. Pepper by 59 million in sales. Dr. Pepper. Okay. Some of you don't even know who Alani Nu is. You might know who they are now, or you might already know, but most people don't know who they are, right? They beat Dr. Pepper, that's been around for years, by 59 million. They beat them by millions, guys. And you want to know why? It's because Alani Nu knows how to get and own attention better than Dr. Pepper for that year, at least. Right? So now that we know that and how important that is, how do you own attention? How does that happen? Well, there's a couple of ways that you could do it on social media. One, by growing your Instagram following. Okay. That's something that I specifically help my clients do. Not just a following of people all over the world, but a local following, people that are in their community, right? Because once they follow you, you now own their attention because they're following you, right? Second thing, growing YouTube subscribers. That's another good way too as well. My client, Dr. Stratton, has a booming YouTube video or YouTube video. Sorry, I can't speak today. YouTube channel. He is, I think he's hit 1 million. I'm not sure. Go check him out. Just type in Dr. Stratton Polson, right? And he owns attention and his practice is very, very successful, right? Third thing, growing an email list. Super, super important. Once you own an email list, once you get their email, you own their email, right? But not only do you own their email, you can literally use email lists to market to anybody. You can upload your email list to Facebook and only run ads to your email list. And you could do that for multiple social media channels, right? So, like I said, an email list is a great way. If you haven't started building that, please do that. Okay. Fourth thing, growing your LinkedIn followers. This one, I don't really like it, but it is doable 100%. Okay. And then growing a Facebook group. This one's okay too. Okay. So these are ways that you can actually do it. But listen, at the end of the day, you're not Kim Kardashian. Okay. You're not a multi-million dollar worldwide brand like Alani Nu. Okay. You're a local service based business. So we have to be realistic about this. Okay. Which means you don't need to focus on getting and owning attention worldwide. This is actually good news because it's actually really hard to do that. Okay. It's harder than you think. There's so much competition out there when it comes to worldwide. Believe me, I'm a coach. I'm an online coach. I compete with other marketing agencies, right, that are specifically helping chiropractors. It's a lot harder, right? But here's the thing. Instead, what you need to focus on is getting and owning attention of the people that live in your community only. Why? Because those are going to be the people that you are going to serve 99.9% of the time, right? I know you see these chiropractors that are celebrities and they got people flying in everywhere, which is okay. Okay, cool. Like nothing against them. Like they're crushing it. But you are not all like that. You do not all have the same business model as them. Those guys charge like $300 an appointment, right? 400, 500, right? They get people to fly in. They get people booked out. Like they get booked out like a year in advance, right? But their business model, right? It's not the same as yours, right? If you're someone that's more customized with your care plans and your packages and you want to, see people for more than just once every 5 years, right? And you want people to come in and you want to get people really, really good results of chiropractic care and you want to be intentional with it. That's not the same business model, right? So it's best for you to stick with the people in your community. Correct? Correct. But listen, by you owning the attention of people in your community, you can easily become one of the go-tos in your community. And I'm going to give you a very great example right now. I can only think of one lawyer here in Lubbock, Texas, Dean Boyd. Why? Because I see him everywhere, literally everywhere. I see him on billboards. I see him on social media. I see him on YouTube. I see him on Netflix. I see him on Hulu. I see him in magazines. I see him everywhere, right? That guy owns the attention of the Lubbock market when it comes to lawyers, because he's a lawyer. He owns it by far. And he is very, very successful. I'm pretty sure he's the number one lawyer in Lubbock. But that goes back to he only focuses on owning the attention of the people in his community, and he is successful, and his business is continuously booming. And he doesn't have to have worldwide audience. You don't have to have that. Okay. And of course, like I said, this is what I help my clients do for their businesses. Okay. So this is an example of a client that I had. Okay. We don't work with each other anymore, not for any bad reason. We just moved on. Right. At this time, he had 1.7K followers. Okay. He probably has more now. And we were acquiring anywhere between 1 to 20 high quality new patients every month from Instagram alone without running any new patient specials, because one, like, I don't like new patient specials, and he wasn't for it either. So we just never did it. Okay. Now, if you could take a look at this screenshot, okay, at the top locations of his followers, right? At the time, 63.3% of his following is located in Houston. He is located in Houston Heights. Okay. And I think this has already been after like 6 months or 7 months of us actually working together and building this, right? So this obviously took some time to do, but it was worth it, right? Because if you look, the second bulletin, it says 63.3% of 1.7 thousand is 1,076. Okay. So listen to this. Out of 1.7 thousand of his following, 1,076 of them are people that are located in his area, which means when he posts a piece of content, he has a potential to reach 1,000 locals for free just by simply posting content and them following him. That's crazy. And that's the reason why, again, too, what I said earlier is why owning attention is good for long-term business success, and it's cheaper because all he has to do is just post content now. Good content, not just any content, like engaging content, right? He never has to pay for that person's attention again. He had to pay to get them to follow him, to get the attention, right? But now he owns their attention, so he doesn't have to pay for that ever again, right? So that's huge. Now, you're probably asking, like, how did we do that, right? Like, how did we build the following of people located in this area? Well, we did two things, okay? One, we created an engaging post, Instagram post, a reel, okay? And we ran it as an ad in his local area only. That's the getting attention part. The second part is we sent the traffic to the profile to give them a follow. Now, when they follow, we now own their attention because they're following us now, right? So you're probably asking now, how do we convert this owned attention into new paying patients over time? I got you. Don't worry. Two things. One, messaging followers. You reach out to them first when they follow you, not you wait for them. That's way too long. Okay. And this is going to be a part of playing the short-term game, right? Is messaging them first, qualifying them, seeing if they're a good fit, getting them on the schedule. Okay. But in all reality, it's going to be a very small percentage of people that you reach out to from the get-go that are going to convert very, very soon. A small percentage of those people. The majority of people are going to convert in the long term when they're watching your content, right? Over and over and over again. They're seeing your ads over and over and over again. Because you have to remember, people don't go down the sales funnel at the same time. Some people need more nurturing than others, right? Some people need to build what I like to call the no like trust factor with you more, right? Before they ever pull the trigger. And that can take months or years. I've seen it happen where someone reaches out to a client a year after following them and say, hey, I'm ready, basically, right? It's crazy, but that's just how it is for some people. That's how it is for most people, right? And this is what I mean by this is the combination of both the short-term game and the long-term game. You have to do both, right? And this strategy it encompasses both of these. There's other strategies that could do that too, but this one is by far, I think, the best one that can do that and not break the bank, right? So, second part of long term, okay, we post engaging content, high quality content with call to actions that gets them to either click the link in the bio or message us a specific keyword. And then we have a conversation with them, we qualify, and then we get them on the schedule, right? So that's what we do. Now, just to break down some numbers, okay, for every 25 messages sent, you should be able to get at least 1 to 10 people to book within a 90-day duration of them following you. Okay? You have to remember when it comes to messaging, it is a numbers game. Okay? It has always been a numbers game. So, you have to keep that in mind and do not get discouraged, because it can get very discouraging if you send 25 messages and you only get one person to book or 10 people, right? But you have to also think that this adds up over time, okay? And here's the thing. If you have an assistant or if you hire somebody to actually do this for you, then it's worth it, right? So that's one thing. Next part, post engaging high quality content with call to actions for the long term. The one thing that I want you to keep in mind, okay, remember, the people that don't respond or book right away, they're getting nurtured through your content because they follow you now, right? So that's why it's important for you to post in your stories and to post in your feed, okay? Your feed is the grid part of your Instagram, right? That's the first thing that people see on your profile. Your stories are when you click on the profile and you see the stories, okay? Some of you might not know that. That's why I explained it. Most of you know that already, right? But people are watching your IG stories too as well, which is crazy. And I'm actually about to show you that here in a little bit, I think. But remember, okay, even if they don't book right away, you now own their attention, guys. Okay, this is the big picture. Because they're following you, you own their attention. Okay, so when they need you, or if they know someone that needs you, you will be on top of mind, just like Dean Boyd is on top of my mind here in Lubbock, Texas, because he owns my attention, right? So this is the Instagram feed. This is that same client that I was showing you earlier. Okay. If you look at the views that he's getting on this post, 261, 279, 2,604, 8,905. You know, the ones that are high are probably ones that we've ran as ads, right? But the ones that are low are more than likely just organic, 48602. It's a good amount of views. Some of you are probably thinking, that's not a lot of views. Okay. Just hold on for a second. So yeah, here's the Instagram stories. 122 people viewed this one story that we posted. Okay. So 122 people just by simply posting an Instagram story, right? We're nurturing them, right? All these people. Okay. We're staying on top of mind. Now, for some of you that were like, 200 people, 200 views isn't a lot. This is a room full of 200 people, 240 people to be exact. It's a lot of people. And all he had to do was just post a piece of content. Okay. Let me ask you a question. How hard is it to get 240 people in a room for a spinal screening? How hard is it to see and network with 240 people in person? It is tough. Why? Because that takes a lot of time versus him just posting a piece of content and reaching 240 people. Okay. So let me ask you this question. Do you want to not only get attention, but also own attention to take your business to the next level from now on? Very simple question. And if you're saying no by now, I don't know what to tell you, right? Because remember, most local businesses in general, we're not just talking about chiropractic, most local businesses fail because they simply don't know how to get or control attention at the same time. Okay. So if that's something that you want to avoid happening to your business, okay, I want you to go ahead and click the link in the description of this video and schedule a call with me today. Okay. So going to be me. I put us, but me. All right. And it's completely free. All we're going to do is sit down, put a game plan together, see if we can identify what's holding you back, what's missing from your Instagram, what we can improve on. And if we're a good fit to work with each other, then we could talk about how we can move forward and get that going for you and actually implement this strategy for you. Okay. But here's the thing that I want to make very, very clear. Okay. I'm not trying to hard sell you at all into my coaching and management programs. Okay. I have plenty of incoming clients that want my help. My goal is to simply ask you questions and listen. And if I feel like I can help you toward the end of the call, then we could talk about potentially working with each other. And if we don't, cool. We'll shake hands. We'll move forward. Hopefully, we work with each other in the future. If not, whatever. Obviously, I would love to help you, but I'm not going to force you to do it. You're a business owner. You can make business owner decisions, right? You can make the decisions. You have to. You're the one that makes the decisions to grow your business, right? So it's completely up to you. Okay. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the details on the strategy instead of just pawning you off to some salesperson that just cares about making money, right? Because I actually care about maintaining a high standard for the sorts of students and clients that I actually work with. Okay. But do not book this call. Please do not book the call if you are, one, not serious about taking your practice to the next level. Okay. Two, you don't have an ad budget because that's going to be crucial to actually get this up and running for you. I would say an ad budget of anywhere between $500 to $1,000 to start off. 500 to 1,000, not 5,000, just making that clear. Three, you're not willing to invest to take your practice to the next level because I don't work well with people that don't want to do that, right? You have to be able to invest to grow. We all know that. And lastly, if you're looking for a quick gimmick, this is not a quick gimmick. This is a actual strategy that you are going to have to put time and effort into. Now, is it the same amount of time that you would have to put to do spinal screenings? No, it's definitely way less time than that. 100%, right? But it's going to take time for you to actually understand how the strategy actually works. Okay. Now, I do have clients that once they get in, they start getting results immediately, like within the first week. Some clients, they take a little bit longer. They take a month, right? But everybody's different. And it also depends on if you actually put in the work. Okay. That's for the coaching side. I also offer management services where I manage the strategy for you. So instead of teaching you, I basically log into your Instagram and I manage the strategy for you. Okay. So other than that, I hope this video was valuable. How long did this video take? 30 minutes? I kept you guys on for too long, huh? No, but hopefully it was 30 minutes worth of value, right? Not a lot of businesses know about this. This is literally like one of the main things that businesses should be doing is learning how to get and own attention, but nobody ever talks about it, right? But I care enough about you to actually bring it to you so you know about it, right? So, other than that, Go ahead and book that call if you're not these people, right? I'm going to leave the link below. But other than that, take care and have a blessed day or night.